right, welcome back. Just got back from another card show and wanted to show what I was able to pick up, the progress that I've made for Black Bolt and White Flare, and then also just kind of card shows in general. I'm exhausted right now. Got home from a red-eye flight earlier today and then went straight to the card show, and I just want to get this video done so that I can finish organizing and put these cards into my binder. So we'll start off with this deck here, I guess. I only picked up really Black Bolt and White Flare singles today. I kept track of how much I spent today, how many cards I picked up, what sort of a discount I was able to get from, I guess, just kind of haggling with vendors. And yeah, so we'll start off here with a couple of cards. So picked up the Volibee. I already had the Mandibuzz, so that one's checked off. Ferrothorn, I also did have the Ferroseed. I love this card, just the way that it's almost like it's hunting in the forest and holding on to the trees while it's moving along. A really cool card. I love that one. Ended up picking up the Superior SIR. I also got the Servine and the Snivy too, but those will be later. Got the Moona. I love the Pidevs sleeping down in the bottom and then the moon up in the top here. Picked up the Electric. This is the first one of this evolution line that I've picked up, so still need to get the other ones. The whole line for this is kind of expensive, so at some point I'll get it. Another kind of big one that I picked up today, which I probably would have gone down if I had waited until the summer, but the Chandelure. Love that card. Really awesome. Picked up the Fracture as well. I also have the Axeus. The only one I'm missing here is the Haxorus, which has gone up like crazy. I picked up the Cofagrigus, which I also do have the Yamask too, so that's another evolution line complete. Panseer, I don't have the evolution. I forget the evolution's name, but I do have all of the other monkeys. Throw, the counterpart to Sock, which I do already have, and I love these cards. I like Sock better than this one, but the Throw is still pretty cool. Continuing on here, I also picked up the Tynamo. The Petalil, this one was also expensive. Not a huge fan of it, but part of the set. Tirtuga, love this card. The underwater, seeing there the color of the waters, and then like the fragments of a lost civilization or something under the water. Really cool card. Here is the Snivy that I said I picked up today. And then behind it is the Durant, which I can't believe how cheap this card is. This card is still about $5. I love how it shows the Durants up top coming out of their the tunnels that they've made, and then it also shows underground the tunnels that they're living in. You can see the stuff that they've been gathering down there and how they live. Really cool showcase of Durant. Awesome card. Finally picked up the Lillipup. Expensive, but amazing card. One of my favorite cards from the set. I just love the dog. He's got the hat. He's ready to go out and play. Really happy scene. Picked up the Girder. Swadloon, which I don't think I have any of the other evolution line for this one, so that's the first one there. Vanillish, same here. I think Vanillish is the only one I have of the three. And then picked up the Cottony. The last few here I kept in a different pile. I do grade cards. I don't go to shows looking for copies of cards to grade, but if I'm there and find stuff that's pretty clean. These are all pretty clean. I'm gonna have to look at them a bit closer before I decide to send any of these in. But I think probably at least 1, 2, or 3 of these could probably be sent in to be graded. But these are awesome cards as well. The Zoroark, love that card. I also have the Zeraora, which is another one of my favorites from this set. Really nice. The Excelgor, awesome card. I love the colors, the light and the dark in this. You see the darkness on the outside with the oval of light in the middle, and then you see Excelgor's body is all dark in the middle of the light. So cool card. Picked up the Axew. Here is the Servine, the last of the 3 for the grass starter, and then a Clink. Last kind of stuff that I picked up, I wasn't planning on getting this, but I found a vendor that had a bunch of Pokeballs and Master Balls, and ended up picking up a bunch of these, just because if I'm gonna be doing my set. I went through and I picked out some of my favorite arts of Pokeballs and bought these. These were $1 each. Because I'll be setting up, I'm not doing a traditional master set for this. I'm doing a set of all of the alternate arts of the cards, one of the regular art, and then the alternate art next to it in Pokedex order. And then I picked up a couple of Master Balls too. So there's a vendor there that had a binder of a bunch of different Master Balls. I went through all of them and I picked out the cleanest ones. And honestly, I think I might send all 3 of these off to grading. The pop report for Master Balls are extremely low and they're really hard to find in the market. And just on top of that, I love the base art for these cards. I would love to have any of these in a Master Ball in a 10. That throw is so awesome with that waterfall back there. And then the Oshawott, kind of similar to Oshawott's alternate art card in this set with the water and yeah. Landorus, I mean, Komakazu Yasukini, super cool artist. Love the colors of that. He's kind of covering his face, but really awesome card. We'll see what I end up doing with grading here when I end up sending off. Overall, so before going to the show, I had about 52 of the alternate cards already collected. Picked up a bunch from the last show that I went to. And then going forward, I think I'm mostly going to be buying black and white illustration rares and special illustration rares until I finish off the set. So I had about 52 before the show. I added 25 more here. So that takes me up to about halfway, which is crazy because I feel like I've already spent so much money buying all of these cards, but I love the set. Black and white is one of my favorite sets that's been released in recent time. Really cool set. So overall, I paid, well, sticker price for everything, I guess we'll start there. Sticker price for everything was $434. I ended up paying around $367. It might have been actually a little bit less than that because I don't think I brought quite $400 to the show. But that equates out to around $61 saved from this. And that is about 86% of market that I paid for this. So lately, my goal with collecting has been to collect more at card shows. I got into collecting last year, and I don't rip a whole lot. I'll rip every once in a while, but it's just so expensive that I bought mostly singles. I used to buy mostly from TCG Player. Shipping and taxes and paying full market price there just really adds up over time. I also didn't realize that we had more local card shows here than we actually ended up having, and I think that they have gotten bigger over the last year that I've been into collecting, so they may be bigger or happening more often now than when I got into collecting a year ago. But regardless, I've kind of stopped ordering off TCG Player, and just kind of setting aside the money that I would normally spend buying singles and just kind of saving that up to go to shows. And I think the numbers from this really show that, I mean, $61 is a lot of money to save. You can buy some pretty cool carts with $61 right now. I think the Haxorus is about 60. The Salamence from Journey Together is around 60. I don't know. There's a bunch of cool cards you can get for $60. And you know, over the course of going to several card shows, it's really going to add up and end up with me saving a lot of money finishing sets. So yeah, card show was great, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions about my collection, if you want to see where I'm at progress wise, let me know. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody.